Hey, Danny boy, it's Aaron in
Aaron.
Maryland.
Aaron from Maryland. What's happening?
Hey, it's going all right, man. Actually, long time listener. Been listening basically since you went on the Boys Cast.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, yeah. So
Fuck
I've been
yeah.
listening for a long
How's your
time.
Memorial Day going?
Oh, it was pretty good Memorial Day. I had a kind of crazy week. I have one of my best friends actually growing up. Went to high school with him. We ran cross country together. He was a cop. And about a year ago, he got into this like crazy situation where he shot at someone who turned out to be unarmed.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Were
so
they
all
of the
week
same
I was
race
up-
of him?
No, unfortunately.
Oof,
It
big
was,
oof.
It was not. Yeah. It was not racially motivated.
I know.
The guy had, I don't know. He was probably high, but we'll never know that for sure. But he was like driving or taking his kids to school, and he like dropped a hat on the hot side of the highway. And then after that, he like dropped his kids off to school, went to his mom's house, apparently like put his hand through a plate glass window, so he had like a really bloody hand.
Okay.
So he wrapped the hand in like a pillowcase, a white pillowcase, and him and his baby mama were driving to the hospital. So they see the hat, they pull over, the guy gets out to go get his hat. My friend drives up behind him, sees a abandoned vehicle, sees the hazards on, so he, pulls up behind him, calls in that he's, assisting a motorist, gets out to talk to the woman. And then he sees this guy walking across 3 lanes of highway with a bloody hand on one hand, and then his other hand is tucked inside of his jacket on a black metallic object.
Okay.
So the guy walks up to him. My friend says, "Hey, how you doing, man?" Doesn't answer. He says, "Hey, are you here to help her?" Doesn't answer. Says, "Hey, are you with her?" He says, "No, she's taking me to the hospital." But he's got like his hand on his cell phone inside of his waistcoat, with a jacket over it, bloody hands. So so as he walked past, I guess my friend unholstered his weapon, and he heard the click of the little button.
Like on the phone?
So when he heard the click of the little button of the holster, he turns around and lifts his hands with the black metallic object, which turns out to be a phone.
Oh.
So my friend shoots him one time, misses, thank goodness. And the guy goes to the ground, says, "Hey, I don't have a gun. Guys, checks him for a gun, checks him for wounds. He's fine." So anyway.
Lucky. But he still shot at him.
He shot at him. So anyway, got charged with attempted murder, second-degree assault, 2 counts of reckless endangerment. So I was sitting at this trial all week, and it was like the prosecution had the weakest case, but found guilty, all charges.
Damn. So he's a cop who's going to jail. Dude, I honestly think of that all the time where I'm like that, people say that, but they're like, man, that's got to be one of the fucking hardest jobs. Because if you're wrong about that stuff, then you could be dead.
Yeah, and I'll be the first to say he fucked up.
Obviously,
for real.
Obviously. What the jury? What the jury look like?
Well, they opted for a bench trial, which means no jury.
What the judge look like?
Kind of what you'd expect. Soros kind of money.
Okay. Yeah, that's not great.
So.
What's
the only.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say.
the only.
No, you go.
The only expert witness so the state has this guy that like that is the expert witness for the state, evaluates all their like cop cases. This guy reviewed the video and then like actually swapped over to the defense. So the prosecution didn't bring like not even a single witness like with any kind of like expertise who could say like that it was unjustified or excessive or, you know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like obviously he thought his phone was a gun, I guess.
Yeah. That's what he thought.
Yeah. Which is not
But like
like honestly, I bet you if it was a white guy or a Chinese guy or something, it'd probably been in better shape.
Oh, yeah.
How much time is he facing?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Well, I think it's a minimum 5 years for the second degree attempted murder charge, but it's a maximum of 35.
Oh my God.
So
did he have any
like a terrible situation?
Yeah. Did he have any history otherwise? Like any kind of?
No, he had like shot another guy to death, but that one was like 100% justified. The guy was like shooting at like him and like a bunch of other cops, and then they did the ballistics, and it turned out like his bullet was one of the ones, but you know, that's totally justified, right?
What did that guy look like?
I do not know, but I live in like PG County, Maryland, which is just to like the north of DC.
Okay.
So it's like 80% black or something like that. And my friend is white, but
yeah, that sucks.
But you know, like most of the other cops on the force are black, and like, you know, he had like other cops coming out to support him, and you know.
Yeah, I wonder if they're trying to just make an example out of him.
Oh, for sure. The local county executive ran like on that she was going to like I think her election was, I don't know, maybe like 4 years ago, and that was like one of her things was that she was gonna really like put the hammer down on cops.
Yeah. Ugh, that sucks. And now he's got to be a cop. I don't know how it works, like cops in prison. I can't imagine. Great.
I don't know that one. Yeah, I mean, I know normally, you know, you go with your race or whatever, but I think if you're a cop, you might be kind of on your own.
Jesus.
Like you fall into the other category.
Yeah. You're like with the sex offenders. You're basically like probably a sex offender.
I don't know. Yeah, hopefully not.
Not a literal sex offender, but that's almost the grouping that you get. You're like the
right.
You're like
the people who don't
Indian,
have a home.
Yeah, like the Untouchables Indian cast.
Yeah.
Well, that's
so. Anyway, that's
when's
kind
the
of what I wanted
sentencing?
to talk about.
When's the sentencing?
What's that? September 11th. But actually, since the trial, it came out that the prosecution was withholding evidence for the second time. So they got the case. The trial was supposed to be like 3 or 4 months ago. And it turned out that the state had procured the internal affairs report, which cleared him, and they did not provide that to the defense. So like they had to push the case, and then after the whatever you call it, where they found him guilty, it came out like 2 days later that there was another piece of evidence that they had withheld.
That's not.
Maryland politics is kind of corrupt. Like out of the last like 2 or 3 mayors, like several of them have been like got out on like corruption stuff.
Good afternoon.
Not great. Yeah, I'm trying to watch the dash cam footage of this actually.
Oh yeah, you got it. Yeah, you yeah.
I don't know if this
is. It doesn't look good for sure.
This is a press conference. All the police officers are black.
Yeah. I mean, like the whole county's black. So,
yeah.
like all the police, all the judges, everybody. So, like that doesn't mean you shouldn't be able to be a cop if you're not.
No. Of course, but yeah, not great. Does he have a GoFundMe or anything?
Yeah.
Yes. Does he have a family?
No.
Does he have a wife and kids or anything?
No, he's had a rough life. So he's 35. maybe 5 or 6 years ago, his wife died of breast cancer.
Oh God.
And then he has a girlfriend. We're planning to get married, but that's probably all out the window now.
Damn. Well, that is unfortunate. Yep. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Tough job. That is, yeah. At least he didn't kill the guy, I guess. If there's any.
Yeah, that's at least no one. At least he doesn't, have to live with someone, because the guy didn't really do anything wrong. Like, he was maybe dumb. You're kind of like dumb for walking up on a cop with your like hand in your like waistband. But
that's the thing is like
he didn't do anything wrong.
You would think that. Oh, he shot at him multiple times, but he drops to the ground, but he didn't get shot.
No, there's one shot. So like during the trial, they actually go frame by frame, and there's a car that drives past him, and the bullet actually gets caught in the car.
Oh, that's even worse.
And so the bullet actually he fires before the gun is fully drawn. So like it was like the bullet was like at hip level or maybe even below. Because like you see like when he goes and checks him for like a gun and like wounds, like he like just looks at his legs. He does because he actually he says that he didn't mean to fire it, which first I thought was BS, and then I like saw how low like it was when he shot, and I was like, well, maybe, but it doesn't matter.
All right, I'm gonna play this video for people to watch. We'll see. All right, cool. Anything else?
No, man. Like I said,
cool.
Long-time fan. I think you really bring something to, especially the boys cast. Like I said, I started listening to it once you were already there, and then I went back to go listen to like the old episodes, and I was like, kind of rough.
Just not the same.
Like you really balanced. I think you really balanced Ryan out well. Like,
yeah,
you're like super chill, and like he's kind of like zany. It's like a good balance.
Yeah, I agree. All right, man. Well, thanks for calling in. Sorry about your buddy. Were you like a witness?
Right,
were you like a character witness, or you just there to support him?
No, I was not a character witness. They did have some character witnesses, but they didn't use any of them since it wasn't a jury.
Gotcha. All right, man. Yep. Thanks for calling in.
All right.
Later.
Yep.
Okay, let's watch this video. Let's watch this video. I don't have audio. Audio is, I don't think, very necessary here. So here's him getting out of his car. He's looking around. He sees an abandoned car, as noted by the caller. Here's the guy walking over, bloody hand, walking away, and then he's a southpaw. And then he just shoots at him. Should I get... 210. Send me another unit. Hold on. Let's see if we can get... I don't know how to sync up the audio, but I'll just play this off my speaker. Sorry. Let me start this here.
How you doing? You know her? You here to help her? Are you here to help her?
Nah, she taking me in the hospital.
Come here. You got a gun.
What I do? What I do?
You got a gun.
I don't have a gun. I don't have a gun.
What did you do? 210. 210. Send me another unit.
What did you do? Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Why would you do that? He just was getting his head off the side of the road.
210. Send me fireboard.
Yeah, not great. I mean, the 20 I'm sorries in a row, probably, yeah, that does not look great. That was like in terms of police encounters where shots are fired. And I mean, I'm a shots fired enthusiast. I've seen every episode of Cops Shots Fired edition, which is of all the Cops, like anthologies. Highly recommend the Cops Shots Fired edition. Every interaction ends with someone getting shot. Which is crazy that we used to live in a time where you go, yeah, I'm just going to watch cops on like Fox on a Sunday night at 8 p.m. You go, I'm just going to watch cops shoot people. Yeah, that guy literally did nothing. He didn't even, he had his back to him. Like, yeah, not great. That's not great. I don't followed. Honestly, I feel like the 20 I'm sorry's at the end of that kind of did him in. Thanks for the gold coin, whoever sent that. Not great. Someone says take myself off the screen. Oh, whoops. I didn't realize. I didn't even realize I was still there. Thanks somebody. Guys, I don't do this enough to show videos. I forget that there's other stuff and I don't have a producer. You guys, I have a producer, but he's just handling the phone calls. All right. Well, that wasn't great. It's unfortunate. His wife died of cancer. This guy's going through it. Not that excuses his actions. I mean, almost the problem with this police thing is you're like, they don't make that much money. And you think, I guess people say similar to like teaching, but it's, teaching not like life or death. But yeah, that guy didn't really look like I would want, and again, it's so easy to say like, yeah, just wait to see the gun when probably if, the firearms experts would know a little better than I, but if you wait to see the gun, then way higher chance you're dead. But definitely the fact white on black, that's tough.